morning, guys. Happy Monday, and happy 420 if that is your thing. I actually checked our speed right before we started. We were getting the full 20 up, which was exciting, but I see now that we have been dropping frames. What do? Okay, let's go ahead and start this thing. It feels like I forgot to do something today, and it's really bothering me. Okay, that was weird. Why did that take a second to flip over? Alright. Yeah, I don't know. As you can see, my purple is starting to wash out pretty nicely. But it's kind of becoming pink now, which is fine. It's fine. There's a reason I chose purple. But see, I'm wearing my Link to the Past shirt today, so, you know, remember when you get to your armor upgrade and... Actually, no, Link's hair is just always pink during that, isn't it? I'm just talking. What are we doing today? We haven't streamed since Wednesday because Friday, oh my god. So I kept checking, right? I tweeted out that one screenshot where we're getting like 3.7 or something up. I think the highest I saw it go was 7. And that was at like 2 o'clock or something that day. And then the rest of the day was just like 4. So my plan had been to wait a little bit longer and, you know, actually stream, but it just was not happening, so decided to cut our losses early and yeah. So something I have been thinking about is since we have this nice little 3-hour window most days, asterisk, where the internet seems to behave, more or less. I've obviously been streaming less because we usually would go for 4 hours. I want to work another day in there so we can get at least back up to our regular 12, if not more than that, because Holy Mother of God, we are going to be in this game for months at this pace. And, quite honestly, there is some other stuff I'd like to play one of these days. I mean, Inquisition's fun and all, but, you know. So, yeah, I'm thinking of adding in another day. Probably Thursdays, honestly. Though this week it'll be Tuesday, aka tomorrow, because tomorrow is the first anniversary of when I actually started streaming regularly. I went back and checked all of my records and stuff, and I was thinking, oh, it's been about a year since I started doing this, huh? And, yeah. That being said, I had streamed, you know, just randomly previously, but...
Go in peace, Herald of Andraste.
Yeah. Tuesday will be a whole year. Pretty nuts. It's been a fun year. Met some cool people. Had some fun times. Had some not so fun times. Yeah. So, I'm gonna work on like some kind of special alert or something for tomorrow. And then we'll see if we actually get to see it at all. Okay, I don't think I saw any notification. Okay. There.
You were saying something about
I was
Cullen?
gonna say, I don't think anyone finished anything. She did.
Yes. Haven has limited space for our soldiers to train. Perhaps we could set up something over here.
Alright, so... this is what we were going to do on Friday. This is in Hushed Whispers. We're going to, well, first of all, hold up. Let's see if we can get something else going while we're messing around with that. Oh, that's ready too. I just wasn't paying attention, I guess. Truth or Dare, the Imperial Court. Nightingale. 100 shadows to chase, heading to Lake Celestine. The nobility say it's lovely this time of year. Fisher. I don't remember what this is about, TBH. But, hey, we got influence. See, that's another reason why I want to stream some more, because, God. When it's been this long, I don't remember what the hell we were doing. Kinda messing with my immersion a little bit.
At your service.
Let's have her gather coin. There's not really much else we can do right now. Oh. Is this the thing I wanted her to do? No, I wanted Liliana to do this. Yes. Okay.
Let's see what we have.
See, again, I really wish they would have some kind of clearer marking to show you that, hey, this is a thing you haven't done. It's not new, but you haven't done it, rather than it just not being marked like the ones you've already done. Ugh. See, now I need to check an Orlais again. We already did that. That's done. That's done. Okay, those are fine. Back to Ferelden! In Hushed Whispers! Let's go! Give me 1 second here. Send out a reminder real fast. Okay. In Hushed Whispers, note, choosing the mages will make it impossible to work with the Templars. Haha! This is what we want. Redcliffe Castle and the mages who could close the breach are under the control of Magister Garen Alexius. I probably didn't say that right, that's fine. Garen. A Venatori cultist with an unhealthy interest in Trevelyan and the power to reorder time itself. Yeah. Time travel. He has kindly invited Trevelyan to the castle, alone, to negotiate. It's an obvious trap, but Liliana and her agents can infiltrate the castle and remove the Venatori threat while Alexius's attention is diverted. A dangerous game, but it's our best chance. Recommended levels 4 to 7. I'm level 8. Actually, I'm level 9. The rest of them are level 8. Ugh. We may have overleveled a little bit. Hey Darkbreed, how's it going?
We don't have the manpower to take the castle. Either we find another way in, or give up this nonsense and go and get the Templars.
Redcliffe is in the hands of a Magister. This cannot be allowed to stand.
The letter from Alexius asked for the Herald of Andraste by name. It's an obvious trap.
We need to stop arguing how nice of him, or Alexius made his move. How nice of him. Doing alright. I'm a little, frazzled. I woke up kind of late today, so I just... But, things are calming down, so... Doing alright.
Isn't that kind of him? What does Alexius say about me? He's so complimentary that we are certain he wants to kill you.
Not this again.
Redcliffe Castle is one of the most defensible fortresses in Ferelden. It has repelled thousands of assaults. If you go in there, you'll die, and we'll lose the only means we have of closing these rifts. I won't allow it.
And if we don't even try to meet Alexius, we lose the mages and leave a hostile foreign power on our doorstep.
Even if we could assault the keep, it would be for naught. An Orlesian Inquisition's army marching into Ferelden would provoke a war. Our hands are tied.
The Magister...
Has outplayed us.
Dun dun dun. I mean, we gotta figure out some way to do this, right?
We can't just give up. There has to be something we can do.
We cannot accept defeat now. There must be a solution.
Yeah, contact the Arl. What's, Oh my god, drawing a blank. Not Eamon, the other one.
Where's the Isle of Redcliffe? I'm sure he'd help us get his castle back.
After he was
Tegan,
displaced,
there.
Arl Tegan rode straight for Dunrim to petition the crown for help.
I'm not awake.
I doubt he'll want our assistance once the Ferelden army lays siege to his castle.
Wait. There is a secret passage into the castle, an escape route for the family. It's too narrow for our troops, but we could send agents through.
Too risky. Those agents will be discovered well before they reach the Magister.
That's why we need a distraction. Perhaps the envoy Alexius wants so badly.
Focus their attention on Trevelyan, while we take out the Tevinters. It's risky, but it could work.
Fortunately, you'll have help.
Hello, Dorian.
This man says he has information about the Magister and his methods, Commander.
Your spies will never get past Alexius's magic without my help. So if you're going after him, I'm coming along.
The plan puts you in the most danger. We can't in good conscience order you to do this. We can still go after the Templars if you'd rather not play the bait. It's up to you.
Yay! So you think Dorian was just waiting outside that door the entire time with his ear pressed up to it saying, okay, now's my moment. Now I'm gonna bust in. What? Man knows how to make an entrance. Alright. Okay, this is the same text that we just read before, so it's fine. Confirm operation. Power cost 15. Oh, I don't know. We only have 38. Let's do it. Ooh, who are we going to bring with us? Dorian's gonna be our mage for this expedition, so... I want to take Sarah, honestly, but Varric will have some things to say. Who should our warrior be? I'm worried about pissing Cassandra off with a lot of the things that I'm going to do during this. I don't remember how many choices you get here, but don't want to take the risk. Though she is honestly our best tank right now. Let's go Blackwall. We haven't spent very much time with him yet. Why do I have 6 emails? Oh, it's all spam, that's why. Okay. That was alarming. Like, it's still relatively early in the day. What is actually happening? Nothing. Yo,
Announce us.
it's a sick
The
mask.
Magister's invitation was for Mistress Trevelyan alone. The rest will wait here.
If my friends can't enter, then I won't go in either.
Well, that was easy. isn't at all ominous.
My Lord Magister, the agents of the Inquisition have arrived.
My friend, it's so good to see you again. And your associates, of
Why
course.
am I standing like
I'm
that?
sure we can work out some arrangement that is equitable to all parties.
Are we mages to have no voice in deciding our fate?
Hey, Fiona.
Fiona, you would not have turned your followers over to my care if you did not trust me with their lives.
The theme of evil guy, yeah, right. Because you simply ooze trust, yes, we're going to snark him good.
Of course she trusts you, Alexius. I'm sure lots of people put their lives in your hands. You have one of those faces.
Yes, the Magisterium tells me that so often. Shall we begin our talks?
Oh. That wasn't as good as I was expecting.
The Inquisition needs mages to close the breach, and I have them. So, what shall you offer in exchange?
I have a bunch of elf fruit in my pocket. Just saying. Let's see. Nothing. We have connections. Tell me about the Venatori. Let's talk about time magic. You know, let's just get right to it. Oh, we're dropping frames.
Don't bother. I know that you invited me here to kill me.
If you believe that, I marvel that you chose to come anyway.
She knows everything, Father.
Felix, what have you done?
Your son is concerned that you're involved in something terrible.
So speaks the thief. Do you think you can turn my son against me? You walk into my stronghold with your stolen mark, a gift you don't even understand, and think you're in control. You're nothing but a mistake.
Not one of the cool kids. That's right, today's the day for elf fruit, huh? I want to see what his response is. What was supposed to happen here?
If I'm a mistake, what exactly was the breach supposed to accomplish?
It was to be a triumphant moment for the Elder One, for this world.
Father, listen to yourself. Do you know what you sound like?
He sounds exactly like the sort of villainous cliché everyone expects us to be.
Dorian, I gave you a chance to be a part of this. You turned me down. The Elder One has power you would not believe. He will raise the Imperium from its own ashes.
Who is the Elder One? It's not the one you're thinking of. And it's not the one I want it to be.
That's who you serve. The one who killed the Divine. Is he a mage?
Soon, he will become a god. He will make the world bow to mages once more. We will rule from the Boric Ocean to the frozen seas.
You can't involve my people in this.
Alexius, this is exactly what you and I talked about never wanting to happen. Why would you support this?
Stop it, Father. Give up the Venatori. Let the Southern Mages fight the breach, and let's go home.
No, it's the only way, Felix. He can save
You guys see that guy fall down in the back?
Save me?
There is a way. The Elder One promised, if I undo the mistake at the temple.
I'm going to die. You need to accept that.
Seize them, Venatori. The Elder One demands this woman's life.
Jesus!
Your men are dead, Alexius.
You are a mistake. You should never have existed.
Ah, hell. We've ripped a hole in the fabric of space-time. Oh. The neck snapping always gets me. I'm just never anticipating it.
Blood of the Elder One. Where'd they come from?
Hello. Oh god, I gotta remember how to fight again. Oh no. Poison. Alright, so right now it's just me and Dorian. I need to actually pay attention to how I'm fighting. Will I? No, but I should.
Displacement. Interesting. It's probably not what Alexius intended. The rift must have moved us to what? The closest confluence of arcane energy?
The last thing I remember, we were in the castle hall.
Let's see. If we're still in the castle, it isn't. Oh, of course, it's not simply where, it's when. Alexius used the amulet as a focus. It moved us through time.
Oh, good. That doesn't sound good. Why is the Falomire so depressing? Yeah, it's not great there.
Moved us through time? Can that even be done?
Normally, I would say no. Obviously, Alexius has taken his research to exciting new heights. We've seen his temporal rifts before. This time, we simply passed through one. Let's look around, see where the rift took us. Then we can figure out how to get back. If we can.
I think it's the rain. Yeah, probably. Not a fun time, sloshing around in all that mud.
What was Alexius trying to do?
I believe his original plan was to remove you from time completely. If that happened, you would never have been at the Temple of Sacred Ashes or mangled his Elder One's plan. I think your surprise in the castle hall made him reckless. He tossed us into the rift before he was ready. I counted it. The magic went wild, and here we are. Make sense?
It just seems so insane.
I don't even want to think about what this will do to the fabric of the world. We didn't travel through time so much as punch a hole through it and toss it into the privy. But don't worry. I'm here. I'll protect you.
There were others in the hall. Could they have been drawn through the rift?
I doubt it was large enough to bring the whole room through. Alexius wouldn't risk catching himself or Felix in it. They're probably still where and when we left them. In some sense, anyway.
This whole exchange always just reminds me of the time travel, well, one of the time travel episodes from Family Guy. Just the question's not where are we, but when are we? Oh, that's such an asshole thing to say. Oh.
Alexius mentioned an Elder One in the hall. Do you know who he was talking about?
Leader of the Venatori, I suspect. Some magister aspiring to godhood. It's the same old tune. Let's play with magic we don't understand. It will make us incredibly powerful. Evidently, it doesn't matter if you rip apart the fabric of time in the process.
Yeah, so that's kind of the downfall of the mages. Everyone's just trying to live their lives, and then there's one guy that does that, and then it ruins it for everybody, and it's a whole thing.
And what happens if we can't get back?
Then we get comfortable in our new present.
Oh, but it's so wet in here. Ugh. Dorian, let's give you some skills, bud. Oh my god, what do we want Dorian to learn? think I'm going to focus Spirit and Storm for him. Because I don't have a lot of those skills on the other... Well, I have Spirit on everyone else, obviously, but... You know, like I said, I like being able to have a little bit of healing on all my mages, if possible. I don't want to put all of those in there yet. Storm! Chain lightning, energy barrage, lightning bolt. Ooh, conductive current's not bad. What is this? Stormbringer. Ooh, when you are in combat, lightning will periodically strike a random nearby enemy. That's pretty neat. Yeah, we'll grab those 3. Okay. Now I need to put Dispel there. No. Revive there. Dispel here. Energy Barrage is going up front. Then Chain Lightning, then Lightning Bolt. Then Mind Blast. Then Barrier, Dispel, Revive. Okay. Alright, looks like a plan. Loot. Prison key. Alright, we might want that. Prayer stones, we can sell those. So yeah, there's a bit of red lyrium here. And you know, first thing you're gonna want to do is go touch it. Oh look, Velveteen. I'm still upset about that. Anything else in here? No? Alright, let's save before any more insanity happens here. Open up. Well, at least it's a little bit brighter in here. That's fine. Can't go back there. Alright, let's move on. Alright, looking a little bit evil in here. Let's go to the left. Thief Blade, Amulet of Dexterity. Ooh. That might not be a bad idea to put on. Perhaps later.
Alexius has made a dreadful mess of this place, hasn't he?
I didn't see this part of the castle.
It was covered in the tackiest carvings of wolves and dogs I'd ever seen. This is not an improvement.
Dorian, we are in Ferelden. You know, they kind of like dogs here. That's kind of their thing. Dalish Hunter Bow. Hunter Coat Legs. Right on. That's right, Doggo. I'm upset by how little loot there is here. I guess we'll go this way now. little bit of gold, that's fine. More materials. One of these days I will make some armor. One of these days. Ooh, that's neat. What is our inventory at, by the way? Okay, good. Say, really needing to loot everything. Oh, there's a named person over there. Who are you?
Andraste blessed me, Andraste blessed me. My tears are my sins, my sins, my sins. Andraste guide me, Andraste guide me.
What did they do to you?
Andraste blessed me, Andraste blessed me.
Okay, he's fine. Just, let you keep singing over there. Loot! Claymore. No loot. Can't open that door. No loot in here. Ah! There we go. Black Lotus. Ooh, rare herb. Okay, let's make sure I don't run off the edge here while we're fighting these guys. Dory and Honey, why don't you top off there? Who should we fight first? Let's go with this guy. Ow. Oh, well, the other one has run over here anyway. Yes, chain lightning. Next step. Right on. We got Samite. Which way should we go first? There's a big purple spot over there. Let's go this way first. I love our objective right now is just find out what happened. I mean, the upside of all this red lyrium all over the place is there's some decent mood lighting, you know? Doesn't hurt your eyes too much. Well, it's kind of dark in here. Let's see what's happening. Deep Stalker hide. Nice. Fiona!
You're alive. I saw you disappear into the rift.
Fiona, what happened to you? No, that was not her model just clipping into that lyrium, by the way.
Is that red lyrium growing from your body? How?
The longer you're near it, eventually you become this. Then they mine your corpse for more.
Can you tell us the date? It's very important.
Harvest Mir. 942 Dragon.
942? Then we've missed an entire year.
We need to go back.
We have to get out of here. Go back in time.
Please, stop this from happening. Alexius serves the Elder One, more powerful than the Maker. No one challenges him and lives.
Red light district in Amsterdam's got nothing on the new Mage's home. That's terrible. Oh. Marty, it's your kids. The blanket's falling down and it's really bothering me. There we go.
I promise I will do everything in my power to set things right.
Our only hope is to find the amulet that Alexius used to send us here. If it still exists, I can use it to reopen the rift at the exact spot we left. Maybe.
Maybe.
Good.
I said maybe. It might also turn us into paste.
Ah.
You must try. Your spy master, Leliana. She is here. Find her. Quickly. Before the Elder One learns you're here.
Right on. So yeah, we're gone for 1 year and the entire world goes to hell. Guys.
Red lyrium is an infection. Maker, why is it coming out of the walls?
Are you sure you want to find out?
Ooh. See, I want to decorate my house like this in Animal Crossing. That'd be neat, right? Dorian, are you bored? Oh, that was Varric. Never mind. Varric's allowed to be bored.
Andraste Sacred Knickers, you're alive. Where were you? How did you escape?
We didn't escape. Alexius sent us into the future.
Everything that happens to you is weird.
Yeah.
You might be right about that.
I'm always right, and when I'm not, I lie about it. So, what are you doing here? Or did you come back just to trade quips with me?
We get to Alexius, and I just might be able to send us back to our own time. Simple, really.
That may not be as easy as you think. Alexius is just a servant. His Elder One assassinated the Empress and led a demon army in a huge invasion of the South. The Elder One rules everything. What's left of it, anyway. Alexius is really not the one you need to worry about.
Varric, why is your voice all distorted? Templar's quest line, about 10 minutes. Cassie will be mine. Nice.
Assassinations, invasions, and demon armies. I'm a little glad I missed all that.
Yeah, you lucked out there. You want to take on Alexius? I'm in. Let's go.
Alright, so we've got Varric. He's a little redder than usual, but, you know. He's still in there mostly. I have never done the Templar quest line. One of these days I will get around to it, but... Ah. Which way did we come from? I don't think we've been down here. No, we haven't. Okay. Varric needs a level. He's got red on him. We need to give him some more survivability. Yeah, we'll give you some extra dodge there. Ah, okay. Nice. Let me know what you think of their quest line. Which way do I want to go first? We'll go this way. Void plot, find loot. My god, there's actually no loot in here. Okay, there's one loot. Very good. So I know a lot of people really like the Templar side. Oh, look at these! That's pretty rad.
I hear you.
Blackwall! What's up, buddy?
Andraste, have mercy. You shouldn't be here. The dead should rest in peace.
It's really me, and I'm definitely not dead, Blackwall.
I was there. I saw you fall. Alexius' spell left nothing but ash.
You skipped over too much. Look at the poor man. Alexius' spell didn't kill us. It sent us forward in time. That's how we survived.
Forward in time? I don't understand.
It's okay, Blackwall. It's gonna be fine.
If we get to Alexius, we can go back to the moment we left and stop all of this from happening.
Maybe I've just gone mad. If what you say is true, then this... everything I've been through, everything about this nightmare is a mistake.
I should have been here, but we'll set things right.
Now I know I've gone mad. To set all this right. If we make Alexius pay for his crimes, that's enough for me. From what I've heard the guards say, Alexius never leaves the throne room these days.
Okay, there's just a body there. That's fine. Alright, we got to level up Blackwall now. He needs more guard. He just does. One second. Now I have 8 emails. Jeez. Alright. Got everything out of here. We got Blackwall leveled up. That was the room that really didn't have anything in it, excuse me.
nostalgic.
7 gold. Boo. Okay. Discovered guard barracks. Let's save. Well, this looks nice.
Take a look around. See if there's anything we can use.
Way ahead of you, Varric. Paragon Aegican carving. Neat. We'll be selling that later. Because all of this stuff stays in our pockets once we, go back to the future. No, we're actually going back to the past. I can't make jokes like that or I'm going to confuse myself. Alright. A prayer to the new god. Praise his name who has risen from the darkness. Praise his name who has striven for the light. Praise his name who has walked the golden city. Praise his name. The old gods are no more. The maker never was. The new god is among us. Praise his name. Okay. What have you guys been eating? Varric, I need you to calm down. You just need to be tall right now. Alright, buddy. He's doing it. Oh, there's a supply cache here. That's not at all worrying. Oh, I can open this up, yes. See, this room's making me want to play that Call of Cthulhu game again. God, that game was disappointing. Ugh. I should check out some of the other ones, though. I've heard at least a couple of them are pretty good, but that one that came out a couple years ago, we were so excited to play it, and then some of the mechanics were kind of janky, which is fine if the plot is, like, compelling. But, oh boy. And then we got to the end and just like, oh, that's it? It has some decent moments in it that are pretty neat. So I'd say if you're interested in playing it at all, wait until it goes on sale or until it's like, I don't know, at least very heavily discounted. Let's see, Alexius keeps asking for patrols of the walls. Waste of time if you ask me. The Inquisition ground themselves into a pulp against the walls ages ago. Ferelden made these attempts to lay siege here before the last life got crushed out of them. Who's left out there to threaten us? The mountain barbarians? But Alexius seems to expect a siege. Man's gotten completely mad. Got it free last month on Xbox. Well, there you go. That's perfect. There's one particular section that is extremely annoying. I don't want to say too much about it, because I don't want to spoil it. But when you get there, you will know. Oh god. I may stream that one of these days. But, I don't know. It's gonna take me a little bit to work myself back into playing that. I did get jump scared really good once. If I keep talking about it, I'm gonna spoil it, so, Anyway, better to put the men on watch inside the walls. More of those blasted rifts open every day. It was better when we still had the people for blood sacrifices. Oh, good. Unbound demons have emptied the castle, village, and surrounding countryside of everyone who's not sleeping in their armor. Now it's just wild demons everywhere. That's great. Well, at least they made the bed. Alright, let's go ahead and get everybody topped off here. Then we'll pick up the supply cache. Yeah, I remember Dead Space having a few good jump scares.
Thank you, fish.
Thank you, fish. Thank you, frags. Oh good, we've discovered the torture chambers. Get this spiky barrel. Buh. Alright. Was it Dead Space 2 that had that basketball game in it? Broodman was trying to get an achievement in there or something, or get enough points to get like, God, what was it, like the Ruby Conductor or something like that? So he was in there playing that for quite a while, and then he goes to leave, and then that one that jumps at you when you open the door, he doesn't react at all, he just kills it, and then he's like, oh yeah, we're playing Dead Space, and I'm over there just going, did not react at all, just instantly executed the thing. It's like, holy crap, okay.
There is no maker. The Elder One has taken all that is his, and will soon rule from his city.
That still doesn't make him a god.
Oh! There is no god but the Elder One! The Maker is dead! Say it!
Never. I'll die a good Andrastian before living a second as one of you.
To us!
Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Eh. You did want it, and you got it.
I'm surprised they left her alive this long. Poor woman.
Oh, look, he's jiggling. Bleeder of souls. Yeah, okay. We might have to grab that. Bianca arms too. Awesome. It is metal AF. And I think it does a lot more damage than what I have on. Oh yeah, it does. Goodbye, Masterwork Stiletto. You've served me well. Oh, it's chunky. Why did it make my snake blade look like that too? Hmm. That's not right. There we go. Yeah, there's my snake blade. achievement in the originals take less than 50% damage, and the last gravity cannon shoot the asteroids, and you only start. Oh god! I forgot about that section. Ah. I did not enjoy the asteroid blasting. Oh, she did die. Boo. Maybe because it's a unique item. Nah, I think it just messed up. Yeah, it's fine now. We already been down here? This doesn't look familiar. Of course, it all kind of looks the same, so... Pointy. All the points are on the outside, though. Who designed these? This is where we came in from. Okay, I remember the spiky barrel. Good God. Okay, we're going this way. Towards the evil.
How did Trevelyan know of the sacrifice at the temple? Answer!
Never.
Ah! There's no use to this defiance, little bird. There's no one left for you to protect.
You're wasting your breath.
Who's that?
You will break.
I will die first. Or you will.
She snapped his neck again.
You're alive.
Charlemagne! Getting some serious, Anthony vibes here.
You're safe now.
Forget safe. If you came back from the dead, you need to do better than safe. You need to end this. Do you have weapons? Good. The Magister's probably in his chambers.
Liliana just got the sick dagger.
Aren't curious how we got here?
No.
Alexius sent us into the future. This, his victory, his Elder One, it was never meant to be.
Okay, so she's obviously been through a lot in the past year to make her look like that. Let's not tell her that this isn't real. Because I'm willing to bet that she will disagree.
I'm so sorry for everything you suffered.
We have to reverse his spell. If we can get back to our present time, we can prevent this future from ever happening.
And mages always wonder why people fear them. No one should have this power.
It's dangerous and unpredictable. Before the breach, nothing we did.
Enough. This is all pretend to you. Some future you hope will never exist. I suffered. The whole world suffered. It was real.
And then the boys run in.
What happened while we were away?
Stop talking.
I'm just asking for information.
No, you're talking to fill silence. Nothing happened that you want to hear.
Alright, so she's upset. Can't really blame her. This place is
we need
cool.
to find Alexius. I'm sure he'll be in the nicer part of the castle, if there is one.
Crap. Okay, the next time I level up, I'm grabbing that chain thing that eats me over the people. And after I looked at it and said, no, that's not a thing that I want. Dispel. There we go. I don't know if I got that off in time. Doesn't look like it, but that's okay. And that guy's dead. Okay. Let's close this thing. Alright. Nobody has anything to say about that. Okay. I guess let's move on. Enhanced throwing blades ring. Nobody has that yet. But considering we have several rogues, we might be able to give that to somebody at some point. It's weird that that was already going off. I wasn't turning it. Or I wasn't trying to anyway. It might have been going off while I was moving the camera. It's fine. Why do I feel like we're gonna fight a bunch of people here? Let's save. Save game. Alright.
The Magister needs more power for his rituals.
No! Let me, Linnea.
And shades.
Alexius can't have wanted this.
Amulet of Cunning. Alright. Ah, give me that. Give me that. Alright, have fun. Tell her hi. Also, no he doesn't, he showered. Oh honey, your face smells fine. And we'll just top everybody off here. Because the supply cache is here. Alright. And so the nice thing about being over leveled for this is we aren't taking too much damage. That's what I get for putting off plot for so long. Oh good, we're outside.
The breach hits
everywhere. Used to be, it was only dwarves who were afraid of the sky. Now, it's just good sense.
Yeah, alright, I'll concede that. Really, no loot. Just rude. Just rude. Excuse me, excuse me. Go get over to that shade so I can poison him too. Alright, there we go. Dispel, dispel. Hey. We got that one for sure. looking for my mouse cursor, can't find it. Did we poison all of them? I think we did. Alright, let's close this up. Alright. Good work, everyone. Very nice, very nice. Let me loot that. Belt of Spirit Resistance. Dorian, honey, what are you wearing right now? I need to hit inventory, not the other one. We didn't give him anything fun. Yeah, let's give you some stuff, bud. Belt of Urgency. Small boost to attack speed when below 50% health. That might actually be good for, the Magey man. Ooh, 7% spirit resistance. I'm actually gonna put this on him because he's a mage. It doesn't take too many hits to get him, that low health-wise. None of these rings are for you. We'll throw the life ward on for now, I guess. Back. Armor. Let's get you looking good. What are you wearing right now? 71? No, no. Let's get you up a little bit. Yeah. It will give you a dumb helmet. That's better than my dumb helmet. Hold up. No, it's not. Dyslexia strikes again. I thought my helmet only did 12. Never mind. Hat of the Inquisitor. Oh, look at it! We have the helmets turned off, but, I'm actually gonna give him that because it's got willpower. You have a fancy hat! Get excited. I'm gonna save after I do that because I'm going to forget. Alright, here we go. Round 2. Can we dispel both of those? It doesn't look like it. Well, it'll be close. Ha! Cool. Y'all want to stop killing these things before I can run over to it? Oh. Just sitting here waiting for more stuff to spawn. Alright. Look at that! Blackwell's got full guard. That's exciting. He normally doesn't. Can I get up there? No. Okay. Checking corners for loot. Upper royal wing. Alright.
No!
Okay.
Connor!
It was an act of courage. He knew there was no other way to resist. He resisted that demon to the last.
Alright, so Connor's dead. That sucks. Ooh. Not as good as what, we just put on Dorian. Alright, Connor, I'm looting your stuff. Let's see. Spellbinder's Journal. With every failed time spell, the Magister grows a bit more paranoid. Or perhaps it's not paranoia, since the Elder One really will kill him for his failures. You know what, that's fair. The distinction hardly matters. After the 10th failure, he began locking himself in the Great Hall during his waking hours. After the 20th, he had the foot soldiers excavate a shard doorway from parts unknown and painstakingly install it in the castle. Okay. Yeah, my brain read that as evacuate. No, that's not quite right. Most of those letters are there, but not in that order. Now his most trusted assistants can only see him if we all go at once, together, which we must do twice a day to bring him his meals, as he never leaves that room at all. Yeah, Alexius is not doing well, but you have a candle right on top of this book here, and that's a massive fire hazard. Gonna have to report that. I'm not gonna blow it out or anything, just, you know, I gotta report that. 1 second, I need some more coffee. Oh, Tay. Just about to do Champions of the Just. I've got 85 power. I think that's more than enough. Yeah, I think you'll be alright. Just enough to squeak by. Alright, Ring of Staggering. 2% stagger on hit. And loot. Another reinforced shield. Been picking up a lot of those. Alexius's journal. This appears to be Alexius's journal. Sure is. This is the final entry. Nothing works. I have tried countless times to go back before the Conclave explosion, before Felix's caravan was attacked by Darkspawn, before the Venatori first arrived in Minrathous, without success. The breach is the wellspring that makes this magic possible, and travel outside of its timeline is impossible. The Elder Ones demand that I change. The events of the Conclave can never be fulfilled. He may kill me for failing him, but I must protect Felix from his wrath. Can we go down there? Oh, there's nothing in there. Never mind. Liliana, I know you've been through a lot. Okay, you can stomp all over that bed. That's fine. Let me check something real fast. Blackwall, you don't have a ring on. Let's give you that stagger ring we just picked up. Yeah. He doesn't have a belt, but... It's not really one I want to give to him. I'm gonna give Varric the grenades belt, and then we'll actually give him some abilities, so let him yeet some stuff. I remembered which way we came from. That leads back into the same room. Okay. I did it. We didn't have to backtrack. It's fine. Oh good, there's a supply cache.
What became of Felix? Do you know?
Yes, I know.
And you're not going to tell me?
You'll find out soon enough.
Liliana. Okay. Frames dipping, yeah. Yeah, they are. We're in the red right now. Ah, loot pyramid. Oh, we got another banner. Ooh, Barbarian Lord Maul. Take a look at this concept art. I hear a Fade Rift. Lower Royal Wing. The fact that I didn't stumble over that is nothing short of a miracle. I feel like I have to sneeze, so it's gonna happen while I'm in the middle of the fight and can't actually stop. Okay, yeah, there's some stuff happening in that room. We're gonna save real fast. Oh, Lord. Alright, OBS is back in the green for now, so we should be stabilized. Alright, let's go. Stab, 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 stab. Dorian, dispel! It's just easier for me to hit 8 with my other hand than for me to try to find my cursor again. Oh. We're already getting there. Alright, let's just seal that up real fast. Okay.
The main hall is that way. I'm sure that's where Alexius is hiding.
Why can I not loot this? Oh, because it fell through the floor. Oh, that's great. That's fantastic. That one did too, but I can still reach it. Red lyrium shard. Appear to be the same as the shards found in Thetis, but with a red glow.
What in Andraste's name is that? Hold on to it. I want to look at it later.
I guarantee you there's another one right here. And I can't have it. Dorian, can you pick it up? Oh, that's irritating. It's just gonna say loot on the ground there forever. Supply cache. Is this where we just came in from? I don't think it is. Alright, that's dire. This takes us right back up to the upper wing.
How much damage did Alexius' spell do?
Rifts tore apart all of southern Thedas, starting here. But whether that's his doing or the breach, who can say?
Excuse me, Liliana. I feel like I missed a ton of stuff back there. I'd have to go back down. Acquired schematic masterwork wave blade. Okay. That sounds sick. Can I not just, you know, carve a little chunk of this? Dorian wants more lyrium shards. They're all over the place. Literally just grab one. I will not stop you. Yeah, we're gonna go back down and make sure I didn't miss anything down here. I very much feel like I did. Another supply cache. Same painting. But it's not hung in the same way as the other one was. There's an enemy up here. There are several enemies up here.
Try to take out that enchanter quickly. Block them from coming up the stairs!
Oh, come on! I was totally out of that cliff! I was not even on the same plane! Moo! Moo, I say! It ain't lightning. Come get your zappy zaps. Mind blast. Yeah, just mind blasted Merrick. Sorry, bro. And we're dropping frames.
Go for some light reading.
Let's go pick up our fierce leader here. There's a lyrium shard. Kunari buckler. Neat. Lot of schematics. Perhaps I shall use some someday. Alright. I think that was everything we needed to loot in this room. Perhaps. Alright, cool. May as well, right? Ah, okay. I think this might be where we need to be going. They let you explore so much of Redcliffe Castle, so, you know, why would you not? Believe this is... Oh, we haven't been in here yet. Okay.
They're distracted, worshipping their Elder One.
Well, not anymore.
Take them down before they see.
That one already saw us. I am the best rogue. Ow. Oh, let's not stand in that cliff.
Doesn't look like the Elder One is interested in saving his followers.
Some more Samite. Okay, so the way you were supposed to do that was climbing that big ladder that's big ladder that says climb on it, and you know, kind of death from above them. But considering that one guy turned around and started attacking us immediately, we didn't really get the chance to get the drop on him. But you know, it didn't really seem to work out that much better for them. It's fine. Inventory is starting to fill up just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let me see if there's anything to loot up there. I don't think there is. I think that was just supposed to be for tactics. Yeah. Alright. Oh, Dorian's stuck. Hopefully we'll get far enough away that we will respawn him there. Okay, have we been everywhere yet? We didn't completely explore this side because I went in the one door and then turned around, so we do still have a little bit more to check out up here. Enemies. Those guys were just standing here. We didn't even know if they were evil yet. Don't have bash. Am I on the other side? Where am I? What the hell? Okay. I guess I ran through the door instead of bashing open the wall. That's fine too. Ugh. Sitting on my ankle, starting to go numb. Alright. Lemon. Alright, something to read here. Studies on the Blight. Let's see. Introduction of blight to prisoners yields no discernible pattern. Disease progresses erratically. Some subjects die within hours despite all efforts, others show no symptoms at all. Subjects may harbor some natural resistance, which makes isolation and testing a priority. A later entry follows. 6 more subjects died. Transfusions of blood from resistant prisoners slow the rate of corruption only slightly. Healthy flesh taken from live subjects and implanted in the infected will often die even before corruption spreads to it. In cases where implantation is successful, blight corruption spreads across donor flesh faster than host flesh. Prisoner Liliana has been the most useful source of resistant blood and skin to date. Oh no! Look at this painting just judging me. Rude. Grey Warden shield schematic. Yes. Let's come back and loot this room because I didn't get to. JK, there's no loot in here. Okay. Yes, it lets me open this door. Adventurer hat. Nice. Alright. Probably gonna have to drop some items before we leave here. That's okay.
They're right there. Perhaps we should try to find another way.
Yeah, it's fine. Again, I am not great at this whole rogue thing. God, we should be sneaky, and I'm just running in there.
Your dinner? Let's head back to the main hall. I think I know how we'll open that door.
So yeah, that big ominous-looking door that we moused over a little bit ago was the shard door that was mentioned in the note that we found. And that is what is keeping Alexius sealed up in there. Oh. Poor animal. Can I go in that door? I can. Hang on, let's see if there's loot up this ladder first. There's not. Just tactics. Was not expecting a tunnel. Hang on. Well, the supply cache is nice. Let's loot before we pick up that stuff over there. Army Derek. 70. Okay. Go ahead and see what's in here. large room. Top off, a supply cache. This is a big place. Look at this. Kind of ridiculous. Let's just loop back to the same area. Looks like it does more or less, so really? I can't go in this door? Okay.
What happened here?
Somebody had very questionable taste.
Dorian, we get it. We don't like how you decorated in here. It's fine. Just leads back to that same main room. Okay. That area blocked off because it's supposed to be? Yes, it is. Okay. Ah. Like, as someone who's extremely dependent on game maps, I really hate when they have stuff like this where it's like, look, you should be able to go down here, but then you're actually blocked off from right here. It just really bothers me. It's like, no, I need to fill in the map and make sure I got everything. Okay. Let's go open this big evil door. Let's save before we open this big evil door. Alright.
Look at what you've done, Alexius. All this suffering. And for what?
For my country, for my son. But it means nothing now. I knew you would appear again. Not that it would be now, but I knew I hadn't destroyed you. My final failure.
Was it worth it? Everything you did to the world, to yourself.
It doesn't matter now. All we can do is wait for the end.
What do you mean? What's ending?
The irony that you should appear now of all the possibilities. All that I fought for, all that I betrayed, and what have I wrought? Ruin and death, that is nothing else. The Elder One comes for me, for you, for us all. Felix.
That's Felix. Maker's breath, Alexius, what have you done?
He would have died, Dorian. I saved him. Please, don't hurt my son. I'll do anything you ask.
Hand over the amulet and we let him go.
Let him go and I swear you'll get what you want.
I want the world back.
Ah, crap. he's gone.
Death will be my affair. Tell me again how you're gonna seal them. Where are your assassins this time?
Alright, and he summoned Shades. That's very nice. Suffering during plot, I know. Sorry. Oh, I need to be sealing that. I was getting Dorian ready to dispel another one of those. So yeah, this guy is oh jeez, summoning Fade Rifts. Because you know that's fine. What is happening to Blackwall? Why aren't you getting any guard, dude? Oh my god, I gotta stop standing in those. Really gotta stop standing in those. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Blackwall's getting wrecked. Lexius is just standing there on fire. He's dead, we got him.
He wanted to die, didn't he? All those lies he told himself, the justifications. He lost Felix long ago. Didn't even notice. Oh, Alexius.
I just want to go home.
I know you cared for him.
Once he was a man to whom I compared all others. Sad, isn't it? This is the same amulet he used before. I think it's the same one we made in Minrathous. That's a relief. Give me an hour to work out the spell he used, and I should be able to reopen the rift.
An hour? That's impossible! You must go now! The Elder One.
There's a reason they won. We'll go on ahead. Take out as many as we can. Liliana, you're the last line of defense. Give them what you've got.
We'll do our best.
We'll make this count.
The only way we live is if this day never comes. Cast your spell. You have as much time as I have hours. Though darkness closes, I am shielded by flame. Andraste,
Varric's
guide
dead.
me. Maker, take me to your side.
It's just a beast.
You'll have to do better than that.
Put aside all claim to Redcliffe and we let you live.
You won. There is no point extending this charade. Felix.
It's going to be all right, Father.
You'll die.
Everyone dies.
Well, I'm glad that's over with. Or not.
Grand Enchanter, imagine how surprised I was to learn you'd given Redcliffe Castle away to a Tevinter Magister.
King Alistair.
Especially since I'm fairly sure Redcliffe belongs to Arl Tegan.
Your Majesty, we never intended...
I know what you intended. I wanted to help you. But you've made it impossible. You and your followers are no longer welcome in Ferelden.
But we have hundreds who need protection. Where will we go?
The Inquisition might be willing to take in the mages.
And what are the terms of this arrangement?
Hopefully better than what Alexius gave you. The Inquisition is better than that, yes?
No one fights well for their captors.
I've known a lot of mages. They can be loyal friends if you let them. Friends who make bad decisions, but still loyal.
It seems we have little choice but to accept whatever you offer.
Ah. You're our prisoners. Come on. Come on. So yeah, King Alistair has come in to see what's happening here. There's our boy.
We would be honored to have you fight as allies at the Inquisition's side.
A generous offer. But will the rest of the Inquisition honor it?
They
The
better.
breach threatens
I'm
all
in
of
charge.
Thedas. We cannot afford to be divided now. We can't fight it without you. Any chance of success requires your full support.
I'd take that offer if I were you. One way or another, you're leaving my kingdom.
We accept. It would be madness not to. I will gather my people and ready them for the journey to Haven. The breach will be closed. You will not regret giving us this chance.
So Cassandra's pissed. Bull and Sarah are not enthused. Everyone else is alright. Solus is hyped. But yeah, Cassandra's pissed.
It's not a matter for debate. There will be abominations among the mages, and we must be prepared.
If we rescind the offer of an alliance, it makes the Inquisition appear incompetent at best, tyrannical at worst.
What were you thinking, turning mages loose with no oversight? The veil is torn open.
Cullen, I'm not appreciating your tone right now. We need their cooperation, they deserve freedom, consider this their probation, or I lied to them. Jeez. No, come on.
We need them to close the breach. It's not going to work if we make enemies of them.
I know we need them for the breach, but they could do as much damage as the demons themselves.
Enough arguing. None of us were there. We cannot afford to second-guess our people. The sole point of the Herald's mission was to gain the mage's aid, and that was accomplished.
The voice of pragmatism speaks. And here I was, just starting to enjoy the circular arguments.
BioWare lean.
Closing the breach is all that matters.
I got a taste of the consequences if we fail. Let's make sure we don't.
We will not fail.
We should look into the things you saw in this dark future. The assassination of Empress Celine. A demon army.
Sounds like something a Tevinter cult might do. Orlais falls, the Imperium rises. Chaos for everyone.
One battle at a time. It's going to take time to organize our troops and the mage recruits. Let's take this to the war room. Join us. None of this means anything without your mark, after all.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, now you're pleased with me. There goes my nap.
Thank you. I'd be honored to help with the plan.
Meet us there when you're ready.
I'll skip the War Council, but I would like to see this breach up close, if you don't mind.
Then you're staying?
Oh, didn't I mention? The South is so charming and rustic. I adore it to little pieces.
Okay, so you have 3 options for Dorian will join, and then I don't want you here. Alright, I am glad you're staying. Because I am. Because Dorian is great.
There's no one I'd rather be stranded in time with, future or present.
Excellent choice. But let's not get stranded again anytime soon, yes?
I'll begin preparations to march on the summit. Make her willing, the mages will be enough to grant us victory.
Alright. Okay, we are still in the red here. We have officially finished up the plot here. Why is it so bright in that one spot? Weird. Okay, we're gonna save. And I am going to run to the bathroom real quickly and grab some water or something. I am parched. And I will be right back. Hopefully our frames will be stable. They won't be, but one can dream, right? Alright, BRB. Alright, we're back. What's up, Rahaha? Or Raha. Too many ha's. My shoulder just popped. Oh lord. I'm looking at the preview right now and I am just leaving. Ah,
The
lovely.
Inquisition appreciates your assistance in this matter, Lady Corbin.
And my miners appreciate your business. You'll have your lyrium by the end of the week. I should tell you, Ambassador, the Chantry raised some fuss when they learned about our arrangement.
The Inquisition must certainly seem an audacious idea to the Grand Clerics. We hope to convince them it is a necessary one as well.
I understand you were instrumental in garnering the assistance of the rebel mages.
I sure
It
was.
is well done. And I pray this Inquisition fares better than the Chantry in its handling of magic.
Yeah, we'll try. You guys, really set the bar high, didn't you? The Chantry did terribly.
You disapprove of something the Chantry did? Are you allowed to do that?
That largely depends upon one's company. While surrounded by those declared heretics already, I am safe enough. In some ways, Andraste had the simpler task. Magic should serve man, and not rule over him. That tells us what should be, but it does not tell us how to get there. So many times the methods of men have undone the spirit of their goals. Once you have sealed the breach, we shall see whether this Inquisition is truer to the Chantry, or its own namesake.
Okay. How are the people? We just, recruited the mages, so...
Can you tell me how our people are doing?
What would you like to know?
How are the villagers in Haven doing?
You did well to gain the mages to your cause. The people have hope that the breach may be sealed.
Neat.
Some of them are returning to the lives they fled. Others are starting fresh. In either case, they no longer believe the world as they know it is ending.
That's good. That's always, you know, a bit of a relief.
Do you have information on people elsewhere?
The refugees in the hinterlands are desperate. Without help, starvation or war will claim many lives. Villagers in Crestwood are besieged by their own dead. They have sent word begging for assistance. People are vanishing in the hills of Emprise du Lion. It may be demons or something worse, but they are terrified.
Always
More than
demons.
that I cannot say. It is a chaotic time for all in Olay and Ferelden.
Alright.
Farewell, revered mother.
Farewell.
Okay, so we did some plots, so we've got to talk to everybody right now. Is that Harding? Or is that another scout? Can't tell.
I'll take my leave. Good day.
That's another scout.
Who is she, Ambassador?
A merchant. I thought we should reach out to the dwarves to secure lyrium for the Inquisition's mages. According to Lady Corbin, it raised the ire of the Chantry.
How?
Access to lyrium makes us rather more formidable than anticipated. We're becoming a challenge. Sadly, the remaining Grand Clerics appear to be consolidating the Chantry's power, instead of comforting the masses.
Ah, the Chantry's incompetent. uh, it's been this way for years. Kinda.
Mage circles started falling years ago. The Chantry was troubled even before the Divine's murder.
Yet many people continue to bear it great love. We will not benefit from its decline. Little but the Chantry ties Orlais, Nevarra, Ferelden, Antiva, and even Rivain to a common cause.
Has the Chantry truly promoted such peace?
Andraste's chant is familiar across kingdoms, a source of many shared customs. That is the crucial point. Common ground is the start of all negotiations.
Alright, that's a fair point. And the start of many fights. That is also true.
I suppose a shared faith can be useful when talking with strangers.
Precisely.
Hand is clipping
And
through
these
my
similar
thigh.
interests are merely where we begin. We must learn to think beyond our own wants, to secure peace in Thedas.
We can flirt with her, we're not gonna flirt with her. That's an ambitious notion, or that's a tall order. Those sound kind of the same. I guess it's on the delivery, huh? Will be nice.
Planning to steer the history of the world,
We like Josephine.
Ambassador Montillier.
I believe the Inquisition is already charting that course. Which brings me to a question, if you have a moment. The remaining Grand Clerics sent a missive inquiring about the events at the Temple of Sacred Ashes. They demand to know whether the Inquisition officially claims that Andraste saved you from the breach.
Ah, jeez.
If it were up to you, how would you reply?
I don't know. my expert opinion there. I have issues with claiming to be holy. I don't claim to be holy. Let's see. How will you? Let's see.
Will my answer change your reply to the Chantry?
If Leliana, Cassandra, Cullen, and I could agree on our official stance, I could answer that. We should decide soon. The revered mothers don't seem to know what to make of you.
That's private. We need to say something, though. Yeah, I'm not gonna claim to be holy.
I'd tell the Chantry I was saved by circumstance, not divine intervention.
Yet as rumors your Andraste's herald grow, the Grand Clerics may not believe such a humble reply. A difficult situation, and I thank you for your answer. A good day to you.
Can I just say I love her little clipboard with the candle on it? Like, that's hilarious. I do believe we've picked up some more research. Maybe.
We will study that.
Nightmare claws. Okay. We've clicked it. We've turned in one thing. Now let's wait for it to cycle through any other things we may have picked up. Is that it? Okay. Figured we had more than one. Does Manev actually have anything to say other than just bring me more stuff?
You're the Herald. Or, well, the one they're calling the Herald, anyway. I hope the Inquisition can restore order soon. I never really wanted to leave the Circle. My name is Manev. I research demons and other creatures. Seeker Pentagast and I use what I find to help the soldiers fight them.
I found something for you. This treating us like we've never spoken to her.
I found something the demons left behind. Can you use it?
Yes, that's very helpful. Just leave it there and the Tranquil and I will examine it. If you find anything, please bring it in.
Okay, weird. Is there actually anything in here, or do I just keep coming in here looking for loot? Think I keep coming in here looking for loot. Alright, let me save real fast. Because I'm gonna say something that's gonna make Vivian upset, and I want to be able to reload real quickly.
If Fiona and her malcontents are joining us as allies, we need to be prepared. Abominations are inevitable. Cullen doesn't have enough Templars to handle incidents. Some of the rank and file need to be trained.
We can control them, it's fine. Or we'll just say good idea to make her not upset with us.
The last thing we need are abominations running amok.
I knew you would have a proper grasp of the situation. I'll have a word with Cullen. We are reliant on his people, absolutely. There has never been a greater threat to mages than the breach. Until it is closed, no one is safe.
you have a low opinion of your fellow mages.
It's not so much an opinion as grasping the obvious. Magic is dangerous, just as fire is dangerous. Anyone who forgets this truth gets burned.
The things that I want to say will make her upset. I agree with you, Vivian.
You're preaching to the choir,
There
Vivian.
we go.
Tell me something. You told me that you'd see the Chantry restored. What about the Circle?
Again, the thing that I want to say. We need the Circle back.
The Circle has to be restored if we want to keep the peace.
That's comforting to hear, but you'll find opposition to the idea even among friends. It's something to consider, my dear.
So that's something that kind of bothers me in games like these, where you have approval from various people. Though I guess that kind of increases the replay value. So like, you can choose to play the game how you would actually play it, you know. Actually RP in your RPG. And then you have a bunch of people that hate you, and therefore you don't get extra cutscenes, or you don't get any bonuses from them. Or you can just tell them what they want to hear. And then get all of the bonuses, but be a massive hypocrite.
It is good to be surrounded by mages again.
That was actually one of the big problems I had with Fire Emblem. Well, I don't know how any of the other games are. Three Houses is the only one I've ever played, but the only way to actually, like, get good stuff from your teammates is to tell them what they want to hear. There's this one thing where you're supposed to give them advice, and it's like, it's supposed to be like an anonymous little church advice box, and you go and read them. And yeah, they don't want actual advice on their situation. They don't want to learn how to improve. They just want justification for their attitude towards it, which is... I don't know, that bothers me.
Reports of fade rifts and demons keep coming. The people are terrified, and it's only getting worse. The only thing that will calm their fears now is the hope that someone out there can save them. You have to be that someone. No one else has any power over the rifts. Seal them. Your legend will spread, and Thedas will learn to trust the Inquisition.
Will it, though? Special. I watched you die for me.
In Redcliffe, you sacrificed yourself so that I could return here.
Of course I did. One small life in exchange for a second chance at history. I always loved a bargain.
She's less angry here. But, you know, she also wasn't tortured and experimented on here.
It was still a sacrifice, and still noble.
And I would do it again.
Oh.
Why do you want me to seek out the rebel mages? Why do you care?
I've known mages. Some of them were better people than me. And yet I'm free and they're not. It's not right.
We haven't actually heard anything about herself yet.
Let's talk about you.
Me?
Yeah. Tell me about your past.
What did you do before you worked for the Divine?
I was a bard, an Orlesian spy for many years. For a time I also served a small cloister in Lothering. After the Blight, the Divine called on me to oversee her personal network.
I'd like to be a bard.
Can you teach me to be a bard?
Being a bard is so much more than being a spy. It involves a keen understanding of politics, the ebb and flow of influence, the great game. The bard's is an intricate dance where a smile can be sharper than any dagger. The best way to learn is to immerse yourself in it. Perhaps when this is all over, I'll teach you.
Okay. How about some stories?
Bards tell tales. I bet you tell some good ones.
There are plenty of tales in the library. Perhaps you should look for them there.
I should leave you to your work.
We can always talk later.
That was immensely unsatisfying. Keep talking to me.
It seems Blackwall knows nothing about the disappearance of the Grey Wardens. It's a disappointment. I am, however, glad that he is with us, even if he was not what I expected. He seems to be a good man, and his experience will be an asset to the Inquisition.
Yeah, he's alright.
As for the other Wardens, I suppose we will have to keep looking.
You are Justinia's left hand. Were rather.
They called you the left hand of the Divine.
That they did? What of it?
Tell me things.
I'd like to hear about Justinia. What was she like?
A friend. A mentor. Like me, she had secrets, made mistakes. It made her human. I think her followers responded to that.
Alright. Were you more than friends? Ooh.
Was there something more than friendship between you?
You're asking if we were lovers? Typical. I was devoted to her, therefore it must be romantic. Love is common. Love is simple. My bond with Justinia was something greater. She was a sister, a mother, a teacher. So, to answer your question, yes, it was more than friendship.
Alright. Need to get hostile. Templars on side, and more importantly, Cassie. Very nice. Yeah, she's upset with me. We're about to find out how much.
How did you and Justinia meet?
I met her a long time ago, before she became divine. Before she was Justinia. When I met her, she was Mother Dorothea. I was at my lowest. Broken. Lost. And she saved me. No, wait. She hates it when I say that. I saved myself. She just showed me it was possible.
We'll talk more later.
Alright.
Your open
How
support
about
for
right
the
now?
mages likely earned you enemies.
It sure
Our
did.
agents will monitor the situation. If the most opposed can be identified, we may still turn this to our advantage.
No killing. Always looking to gain.
You're always looking for some way to benefit, aren't you?
It's what I'm here for. Regardless, I applaud you for the courage to stand up for the mages.
You are well connected.
You seem to know a great many people.
I have made friends, and on occasion enemies. It's unavoidable.
Right on. You met the hero of Ferelden.
You have a history with the Warden who entered the Blight, don't you?
I count her among my closest friends. She's probably the only person I trust completely.
Aww.
I haven't heard from her in some time. She just disappeared. I try not to think about what might have happened.
Yeah. So, again, we'd have a little bit more connection with the Warden if we'd gotten to actually play with her, but, so yeah. In our universe, the Warden has been serving as the Queen, as well as the, Warden Commander in Ferelden. And she's just been gone for a while now. That's something people were extremely disappointed with in Inquisition. Because we don't get to see our Warden. Kind of a bummer. Did you know Hawk, though?
They say you spent some time in Lothering. Did you know the champion?
We spoke a few times. I seldom left the Chantry, and we never became more than casual acquaintances. I saw more of the Hawk twins. Bethany in particular. She would spend time in meditation at the Chantry, and she seemed to like my stories. The other one, The young man? He was a little surly.
So, in our playthrough, we did not get to spend too much time with Carver. He just had to go run up on that ogre. But yeah, he's kind of a little grumpy Gus. Or at least from what I've seen of him anyway. I've only played through with Bethany, so I don't know any different. How do you know Josephine?
You seem to know Josephine quite well.
I met her a long time ago, but we didn't become good friends until years later. After the Blight, in fact. I'd just returned to Val Rayo, and she welcomed me back by throwing a diplomatic ball. She was the Antivan ambassador at the time, you see. The ball was... alright. Too many politicians. At midnight, Josie and I left to find a real party. We've been friends ever since.
A real party?
What do you consider a real party?
It's not a real party until someone's small clothes are pinned to a chantry board. And that's all I'm saying about it.
Okay. Liliana knows how to party.
We can continue this conversation later.
You know where I am.
That's pretty funny. Okay. Actually, I should ask her if there are any updates.
Anything I should know?
Altegan has returned to Redcliffe Castle and resumed his duties as Lord. The people are returning, slowly but surely. Unfortunately, our show of support for the mages has angered many.
Yeah, it has. Alright, carry on. Let me click on that. Hello, there we go.
I'll leave you to your work.
When will you...
Spectre Acquisitions. Still need Spider Ichor, Obsidian, Ferelden Tome, and Ferelden Medal of Service.
When they're ready. Piss off.
Wow, alright. Someone's upset. Oh, that's Vivian in there. I was like, someone's hiding back behind the... She's inside. Varric, how you doing?
The Mage Rebellion joins the Inquisition. I've got to admit that's a twist I didn't see coming. One thing you saw in the future worries me. I mean, it was all bad. But red lyrium in Ferelden, infecting people and growing out of them, that's bad.
Yep.
Finding more of it really punches a hole in my red lyrium at the temple was a coincidence theory.
It does, doesn't it? How fast does it spread?
How long does it take for red lyrium to grow? How fast can it spread?
It took years to infect people in Kirkwall, but no one there was actually ingesting the stuff. This Elder One managed to take the worst thing I can think of and make it worse. That's an accomplishment.
I'd like to keep hoping it's a coincidence, if you don't mind. I need to be able to sleep at night.
Honestly, I think I'll give up sleeping for the foreseeable future. I've got people trying to find out where the red stuff came from. I think maybe we should make that a priority. But that's enough doom and gloom. You just won a big victory for the Inquisition. What are you going to do to celebrate?
Have a party.
That's a good point. We should celebrate. A banquet. Something like a banquet.
Word to Josephine, and I bet she could arrange anything. Things should be calm around here for at least the next hour. Take a moment to enjoy it. If the world's about to end, I'm sure the Seeker will let us know.
Go stand in your spot. There you go.
Need something?
Okay, he doesn't have anything new, Oh, questions about Hawk. I think we already asked him, but let's see if he's got anything new.
I read your Tale of the Champion, and I have a few questions.
That's a pretty common reaction. Go ahead.
Oh, never mind.
Carry on.
I'm here to accuse you of making stuff up. No, let's not. Hey, Sarah.
That new elf who joined up. Well, that's mages all over.
She'd put your eye
So many
out.
robes, I bet all of Ferelden lost their curtains. I'll just be the other side of Haven. Just
Never thought the Inquisition would be recruiting thieves to its ranks.
They're here to help us, Sarah.
These mages are here to aid the Inquisition. Don't worry.
Sure, don't worry. Magic up there, magic down here. What's to worry about? I mean, yay, freedom. Great for them. Over there, away from me.
So you can just kick her out whenever. Okay, we already asked her about that stuff. There's not really anything new. Carry on.
I'll be back if I need you.
Go on.
So yeah, Sarah's not excited about the mages. Excuse me! Just need to climb over you. Oh, shit. God. Alright. Successfully vaulted the drunks. We're good.
Andraste. She sent you to us to show the world her love, and I am ready for that love. Well, I'm not ready for that kind of love. That is, unless that's what you want. But, I mean, I'm Flissa. Can I get you a drink?
Unless that's what I want. What? Honey, you need to calm down.
It's all right, Flissa. I won't do anything frightening.
If you wanted to close the breach, I wouldn't mind. As I said, I'm Flissa. The Inquisition soldiers needed a place to unwind, so Leliana brought me in to set up a tavern. Nothing fancy, but it's safer for the soldiers than looking for trouble in some village.
Seriously, what is this breeze over here? I'm a little concerned. How do you know Liliana?
You said Leliana asked you to run an Inquisition tavern. How did you meet?
I'm sure we've already asked her this, but
I managed an inn back in Denerim. When I heard interesting gossip, I passed word to Liliana. Sometimes it was helpful. She asked if I wanted to own my own tavern, and I said yes. I didn't realize she meant this.
What can you tell me about this area?
Adan is Haven's apothecary. He's been making potions and tending to the wounded as best he can. Harrit is the Inquisition smith. Whatever he can make you, Thren the quartermaster.
Yeah, I think she's already told us this.
And for anything fancier, you can try buying from Segrit. His prices aren't too high. Yet. Oh, there's also Minave. She studies beasts and things, as I understand.
God, my leg keeps going numb. Goodbye.
Farewell.
Goodbye.
And in case the mic picked that up, that was me dragging my leg across the chair. Stop that.
So we have gained the mages. Excellent. They should be able to seal the breach. You are certain you experienced time travel. Could it have been an illusion? A trick of the Fade?
I don't know, Solus. I don't know.
Dorian was sure. Impossible as it seems.
What an amazing gift. It is vital the Inquisition succeed to avoid the future.
I figured he wouldn't like that answer. I saw you there. Did I?
I'm surprised you're not more interested in your own future.
I know enough. If that future happened, then I, and Cassandra, Cullen and the rest, failed to stop this Elder One. Speaking of which, you should ready yourself.
For?
This Elder One. You have now interfered with his plans twice. Once at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, and now again at Redcliffe. A being who aspires to godhood is unlikely to ignore such an affront.
Yeah. I imagine he'd be a little pissed. Oh, there's Dorian. Sure, he heard us just talking about him over there.
The Inquisition supports free mages. What's next? Elves running Halamsharal? Cows milking farmers?
I take it you don't agree.
On the contrary, I approve. Heartily. I do wonder if you've considered what this support of yours will do. For mages in general, I mean. The Inquisition is seen as an authority. You've given Southern mages license to, well, be like mages back home.
So long as they're like you. Alright. I can flirt with Dorian to an extent. However, that will be awkward for everyone. And I don't want to make him uncomfortable. So yeah, Dorian is gay. Flirting will get us nowhere. Aside from awkwardness. Let's see.
What would be wrong with that exactly?
Nothing, at first. Thing is, the Imperium was once just like the South. Templars, proper circles, all that rot. Then it changed, by inches. Not that this is reason to oppress us. Still, my homeland should be a cautionary tale, not a source of inspiration.
Alright, tell me about yourself.
It occurs to me that I barely know anything about you.
Beyond my being a mage from Tevinter, you mean?
Beyond that, yes.
And beyond my being so charming and well-dressed, which is obvious to anyone.
If you say so.
You certainly think highly of yourself.
It's true. I could be more modest, but I'd be lying. Now, what was I talking about? Ah, yes, me. I am the scion of House Parvis, a product of generations of careful breeding and the repository of its hopes and dreams. Naturally, I despised it all. The lies, the scheming, the illusions of supremacy. That's Tevinter in a nutshell, isn't it? Needless to say, my family was not happy with my choices.
Alright, we have a bunch of questions, so let's just go.
What did you mean by generations of careful breeding?
The great families of Tevinter don't have children. They refine traits, weed out the undesirable, and promote the rest. My mother was chosen for my father because magic runs strongly in her blood. Never mind that they loathed each other. They wanted a son who could become Archon to make House Parvis the envy of the Imperium. They got me. A cautionary tale that you should be careful what you wish for.
Your family's angry with you?
Why would your family be upset with your choices?
Because I rejected their idyllic plan. If they had their way, by now I'd be married to some unlucky girl from a powerful family. We'd live in luxurious despair, despising each other as I waited to take my father's place in the magisterium. I declined the honor, and thus it's best I'm far from home. Less of an embarrassment that way, you see?
I'm getting the impression that you don't care much for your homeland.
On the contrary, I care for my homeland a great deal. There's so much potential. Sadly, we squander it. We refuse to acknowledge how far we've fallen because pretending is easier. We pretend the Qunari can be beaten. We pretend that we're superior to everyone, even our own people. Not everyone feels that way. I don't. Sadly, we're the minority.
It just seems... So much of what you say about the Imperium is entirely negative.
It might sound that way. For all our faults, my people have many virtues. We are laden with history and culture. Tevinter is where Thedas truly began, remember? We treasure our past and preserve it. You can walk down a side street and find nothing built during the modern ages. And despite appearances, we care. Deeply. About everything. We have no reserve, not in war and not in love. If I truly believed my homeland was beyond all hope, I wouldn't miss it so much.
Yeah, last question. Why not go back?
With the Inquisition? Why not go back to Tevinter?
I'm not exactly welcome back home.
That's
Not
fair.
that it matters. I'm quite accustomed to being a pariah. It adds to my charm. I can do more for Tevinter here. If the Venatori succeed, it'll set my homeland back 1,000 years. I'm sure some Magisters would disagree, but that's why we kill them.
Right on. Alright, that's enough for now.
I think I've heard enough.
That's too bad. I never tire of talking about myself.
Tell me about the Imperium.
I'd like to ask you about Tevinter.
Ah, yes. Everyone outside the Imperium always seems quite fascinated by it. Probably why they come up with so many ridiculous tales. Flying cows over Minrathous. That's madness. All right, that one's actually true, but the cows didn't have wings. I digress. Anything in particular you wanted to know?
Please tell me more about the cows. Oh yeah. We got so many questions.
Just how often is blood magic used there?
Oh, not at all.
Not at all.
That's what any Magister would tell you. They'd be convincingly offended by the notion too. Of course, what people call blood magic here and what we consider blood magic are two different things.
What's considered actual blood magic in Tevinter?
Blood magic isn't inherently dangerous. Using your own blood or that of a willing participant, what's the harm? The problem is that what's permitted only gets you so much power. And what if you need more? You always need more. That's where we get into sacrifices and demon summoning. None of that is done. Not officially. Behind closed doors, it's a different story. Real blood magic can give you an edge, a leg up against your opponents. It's safe to assume that any mage of rank does it. The rest are quietly shut out of power, to put it bluntly.
Yep.
You'd think the Templars would object.
I imagine they did, long ago. Once, their investigations might have been sincere. Then their balls were cut off. Too inconvenient. Nowadays, only the friendless are accused. Most of them probably innocent.
Alright.
There must be some mages who oppose this.
Of course. I do. And I'm not entirely alone. Occasionally, there'll be a Magister who makes noise. And then the reform talk begins. Very patriotic. Meanwhile, that Magister will be quietly shunned. Chances are, surprise, it's learned he was a Maleficar all along. Most learn to keep quiet. Me? I enjoy the allure of pariahhood.
Anyone who talks about the Imperium mentions slavery. It's the center of the slave trade.
Ah. That is true.
And did you have slaves?
Not personally, but my family does and treats them well. Honestly, I never thought much about it until I came south. Back home, it's how it is. Slaves are everywhere. You don't question it. I'm not even certain many slaves do.
Well, we don't have slaves in the south.
In the south, you have alienages, slums, both human and elven. The desperate have no way out. Back home, a poor man can sell himself. As a slave, he could have a position of respect, comfort, and could even support a family. Some slaves are treated poorly, it's true. But do you honestly think inescapable poverty is better?
Oh boy. I want to see what your definition of treated poorly is.
Is that what you call it? Treated poorly?
Abuse heaped upon those without power isn't limited to Tevinter, my friend. I don't know what it's like to be a slave, true. I never thought about it until I saw how different it was here. But I suspect you don't know either. Nor should you believe that every tale of Tevinter excess is the norm.
It seems strange that an entire empire would be ruled by mages.
I find it strange that your mages don't rule anything at all.
Actually, the fiction in the Imperium is that mages don't rule. The Magisterium rules. That magisters are all mages is considered a convenient technicality.
What is the Magisterium, exactly?
The upper house of the Imperial Senate, and the only part worth having a seat on. Those seats are split among the circles of Magi, the Chantry, and the major families. All majors now. It's odd that outside the Imperium, you use Magister like it applies to every Tevinter mage.
Yeah, that does get thrown around a bit, huh?
If you're not a Magister, then what are you called? No special title?
I'm an Altus, which is almost as good as a Magister, depending on who you ask.
And that is...
I've never heard of an Altus.
Upper class. Those families who trace descent from the Dreamers, the first prophets of the old gods. If you're a mage and you're not Altus, then you're later, lower class. If you're not a mage at all, you're Soperati. That's everyone else. You do love our fancy words.
I thought the Archon ruled over the Imperium.
Well, yes. Technically, he can overrule laws passed by the Magisterium, but that never happens. Even so, he gets to appoint new Magisters, which means all the families vie madly for his favor. Thus, the Archon gets invited to all the parties. The truest path to Tevinter influence, let me tell you.
Just anytime I hear Archon, I think Archon Priest and... starting to miss Destiny. Might have to pick that up sometime in the next month. Again. I don't know, man. It's gonna be a lot to catch up on.
If it's a fiction, that means mages do rule then.
Yes and no. Let me put it this way. Mages do rule, but not all mages are equal. If you're not from the right family, chances are you don't rule anything. Maybe you're even a slave. The idea that anyone could be a mage, however, keeps the masses placated.
Can anyone be a mage?
Technically, the potential runs mostly in bloodlines, but it's been known to happen. More importantly, commoners believe it can. Tevinter legend is chock full of mage heroes from humble origins, so they hold out hope. Someday my son or my son's son will be a mage. Someday. Poor sods don't realize that means he'll be a quaestor at the arse end of the 100 Pillars, at best.
Being a quaestor isn't a good thing.
I imagine the average non-mage likes to think so. Counting numbers and shuffling papers all day is better than many occupations after all. If you're a second-class citizen among a pack of piranha, however, your outlook changes.
Somebody's throwing a lot of new terms at us here.
Let me ask you something else.
Of course.
There's an Imperial Chantry, isn't there? With its own divine.
You people aren't supposed to talk about the Black Divine, are you? If you mention him outside the Imperium, people make that face, like you're urinating in public. But yes, we do have the Chantry, or a version of it. Night and day comparing it to yours.
Is the Imperial Chantry so different from ours?
Not in theory. The main difference is in the whole magic is meant to serve man, not rule over him business. Back home, ruling the unwashed masses is serving them, for the good of the Imperium. Perhaps it started with good intentions, but these days it's academic. The circles are in command.
There are circles of magi in the Imperium.
We don't have dismal little mage prisons, if that's what you mean. They're academies, prestigious ones. We have Templars as well, but they don't cancel spells or whatever your Templars do. They're soldiers. They watch for abuse of magic, yes, but only those who are weak or who fall out of favor get dealt with. Mostly they enforce the Magisterium's edicts. The Chantry smiles and nods from the sidelines.
Do you really call him the Black Divine?
We don't call him that, oh no. In the Imperium, he's the true divine. The woman sitting on the Sunburst throne is some backwater pretender. It all stems from a disagreement over Andraste. Marvelous, isn't it?
Why would they disagree over Andraste?
It's not my field of expertise, but the Imperium believes Andraste was a mortal woman, a mage. Down south, they say, no, she's the bride of the Maker, ascended to his side, divine provenance, a blah blah blah. We feel better believing Andraste was one of us. Makes executing her less damning, you see. So we elected a man as divine, the South declared war, and we've been feuding cousins ever since.
Right on.
So, the Imperial Divine is always a man?
All the better to distinguish him from that other one, yes. Don't think there aren't a number of female magisters who bristle at that. Why can't they be divine after all? Same reason you never see a man on the sunburst throne. Because that's how it's always been done. Excellent reasoning.
Ah. Yep.
Do you consider yourself Andrastian?
The big question. It might surprise you that I do consider myself Andrastian. I simply do not believe in the Chantry. It is a relic, whether back home or here in the south. Something from a bygone age desperately clinging to relevance. It's not an opinion that makes me popular.
I share your opinion, actually.
That's not surprising, considering what the Inquisition represents. I'll say this. I may not believe in the Chantry, but I believe in you.
Aww.
In me?
That the Maker sent you, whether through Andraste or fate. Cassandra is not wrong. You are what we needed most at the moment we needed it. That's what they will say in ages to come.
You are a fool. People like when you tell them that.
You don't seem like the religious sort, to be honest.
If you define religious as sitting in a chantry and listening to a blithering hen tell you how to live, then no. If you define it as believing in the possibility that something larger than yourself exists, then yes, by all means. The world is bigger than I, even bigger than you. It laughs at all the things we think we know. The Maker doesn't need me to believe, but I do. The thought of no one at all watching out for us is too frightening.
Let me ask you something else.
So many questions.
I know, buddy. We've been talking to you for like half an hour.
I'm wondering if the Imperium would be a useful ally.
I'd think you'd be more concerned whether or not they'd support the Venatori. They won't. At least, not officially. They'll disavow all knowledge of dangerous cultists. Secretly, many Magisters will rejoice at the idea. And if the South falls to chaos in the meantime, all the better.
It would be in the Imperium's best interest to help. Surely it could use allies.
I think the Imperium gave up on the idea of allies a long time ago.
Yeah.
We've been fighting the Qunari for what, 200 years off and on? It's a point of pride that we go it alone. They'll sneer at the South behind their silk handkerchiefs and say, "You've had it easy for far too long." Let's not forget that the Inquisition seems to be an arm of the Orlesian Chantry. Anathema so far as they're concerned.
Huh. I had heard that word before. Again, there was another Destiny thing, and we were like, what is that word? We'd never heard it before. So there you go. Anathema.
We're not part of the Chantry. The Chantry opposed the Inquisition's formation.
You think that matters? Don't be silly. The Herald of Andraste. Your very title smacks of the Southern Chantry. You may as well be a heathen. I think they're far more frightened what you'll do if you succeed.
That's all I wanted to know.
Fair enough.
Have you seen Alexius?
Have you gone to see Alexius yet? He's in the cells.
Not yet, no. I saw him before they locked him up. He looked despondent, broken. Not the man I remember, nor the one I want to. I suppose the Inquisition will judge him eventually. I wonder if there's any chance they'll show him mercy. He hardly deserves it, but for Felix's sake. I can't help hoping there's something left of the man I once knew.
Okay, so that was a bit of a lore dump. But yeah, Dorian's really neat. And he's from the Imperium, so we get to learn a little bit about what Imperium life is like. Quite a bit different than the way it is over here.
Magic exists to serve man and never to rule over him.
Let's see.
We'll need some of your and never to rule over him. Foul and
Let's just keep getting that same line over and over again. That's fine. I don't know why I was expecting there to be another door down there.
Here, tell Mother Giselle that this is as much as I can.
Let's see. Who's hanging out over here? Bull and Krem. How are you guys doing?
Nice work at Redcliffe. I could help the mages learn to work with Inquisition soldiers if you like. Not that the chief has any apostates in the group.
Okay, we've already gotten that from him.
We'll talk later.
Alright, Bull. What you think about the mages?
So, that Tevinter guy sent you into the future?
I'll protect you, Bull. No, we're going for Cullen. That's weird, right?
Every time I think I understand magic, the rules change.
I know, right? If I were a mage, I'd just throw fire at people. That's honest. Anyway, I hope our new friends have what it takes to close the breach. Damn thing gives me a headache just looking at it.
Don't stare directly into it. You'll ruin your eyes. You've only got one left, so, you know, take care of it.
Good day to you.
Blackwell hangs out over here, right? Yeah, he does.
I've been meaning to thank you. There are 100 things that need your attention. You didn't have to take the time to help me, and yet you did.
It was on the way.
If the history you pursue benefits the Wardens, then it was worth it.
You've proven yourself to be an honorable woman. Principled. I've great admiration for you, and I've never been more certain in my decision to join you.
Leliana makes sure my sordid secrets never come to light.
Well then, I won't pry. I prefer to go on believing only good things about you.
You're strangely charming. No. Let's talk about you.
I want to hear more about you.
Compared to yours, my life will seem dull indeed.
It's fine. Where are you from?
Your name, Blackwall, doesn't sound Orlesian. Marcher then. Ferelden.
I was from the Free Marchers originally. Markham. That was a long time ago. Another life.
I hear that many Wardens were once criminals.
You're right. When you join, your past is forgotten, so let's leave it that way.
Okay.
What did you do before you became a Warden?
I was a soldier, a nobody trained to wield a sword and follow orders. I grew weary of fighting other men's wars.
So you became a Warden?
More or less. Becoming a Grey Warden was the first time I felt like I mattered. The life I led before seems hollow in comparison. Perhaps one day it will fade away.
Why did you join the Wardens?
Because they remember honor and sacrifice. Words that have little meaning to the rest of us. Because they lay down their lives for those they have sworn to protect. We all need to believe there are such men in the world. I needed to believe I could be one of them.
Alright.
We can continue this discussion at another time.
Very well.
What? No, tell me more.
There was never going to be an easy answer to the mage dilemma. What you did for the mages took courage. You gave them a chance. Everyone deserves one. I have to ask, what was I like in that dark future you saw?
You were sad, but you were kind of red. I guess he was kind of angry.
You were furious about the circumstances.
Angry? Good. I'm glad I was angry. It means I never stopped caring.
What do you think of the Inquisition?
I expected more. More men, better equipment. You may have Andraste's favor, but wars are won by men, soldiers.
We're trying, Blackwall.
Brute force is not always the answer. There are plenty of other paths to victory.
True enough. Still, it never hurts to be prepared. One thing I will say about your men. They're passionate, devoted. You inspire them. Build on that foundation, and you will have an army that makes nations tremble.
Right on.
You must have some feelings about our friends.
Madame Vivian only allied with the Inquisition because she knows it will bring her power. The most poisonous snakes are often the most beautiful.
All right.
What do you think about all this trouble between the mages and Templars?
Looking at it from where we stand, it seems inevitable. But that could be hindsight. How many of us actually saw it coming? Either way, I don't think the Chantry will ever recover.
What do you think of Haven?
It's a war camp that was once a pilgrim's refuge. It's the state of the world, though, isn't it? Holy ground turned into a battlefield. Pity about that temple. Would have been nice to see it.
Yeah, it was fine.
What do you think of my advisors?
Cullen. He's got the look of a man who's been through too much. He's seen the best and the worst of humanity, and I think he still struggles with where that leaves him. Still, I trust him to watch my back.
Yep, that's pretty much Cullen.
What do you think of the Inquisition's cause?
Restoring order is a goal I support wholeheartedly. But that's not the end of it, is it? Not by a half. The Lady Seeker believes we are restoring the Chantry. Others say it needs reform. I don't know where you stand on the matter, and I'll admit I haven't made up my mind either.
Alright.
We should return to our duties.
As you wish. You are, after all, in charge.
More or less. Alright, we will talk to Cullen and Cassandra. And then we will head out for today.
The mages are ready to approach the breach. I pray this will be enough to close it.
Please give them a chance.
I know you're worried about having the mages here. Give them a chance to prove themselves.
I'm not questioning their ability or their intentions, but we cannot ignore the risks. I will not endanger the alliance you've created. We need their help. Any precautions taken will be to ensure the safety of our people and the mages themselves. Nothing more.
Tell me about yourself.
I should get to know you better. We are working together after all.
What would you like to know?
All right. Where are you from?
Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, okay, I guess I'll read that. My esteemed Lady Sidonia, I'd like to take full responsibility for Lady Marchalette's odd behavior of late. You see, we recently began the study of history. I thought that it would do the young mistress some good to be exposed to all Thedosian cultures and not just Orlais. With a foolish thought. Regrettably, your dear daughter has taken a particular interest in Ferelden folklore. She first developed an affinity for King Calenhead, which seems to have devolved into borderline infatuation. She stared at me, eyes wide, when I told... Oh, God. When I told how he unified the barbarians with his allegedly incomparable might and charisma. Every time I tried to move the lesson on to something more important, she insisted I tell her again about Calenhead. How the Ferelden say his hair was twice as yellow as the sun, and his chin more chiseled than the tallest peak in the Frostbacks. Twice now I've had to tear down drawings she's tacked up in her bedroom of the man shirtless. Oh, man. That's great. Then we moved on to the werewolves, which was even worse. Alright, Chief's Team Jacob. Ugh, Twilight. Ugh. Ugh. As you may already know, the Fereldans venerate the folk heroes Dane and Hafter. That's right, there's that place called Hafter's Woods. They didn't have to name it that, but they did. I'm gonna keep making that joke. You can't stop me. Dane was said to have been a werewolf, and Hafter to have descended from one. No enlightened man or woman could ever view such beast people with anything but revulsion. But you know Fereldans and their love of wildlife. Unfortunately, these tales of the wolfmen set the little mistress's imagination afire. Uh-oh. When she suggested we put on a play for you and her lord father, I could not say no. I'm afraid that's why Marcellette was running through the mansion, wearing wet furs and frightening the chambermaid. Alright. She was rehearsing a scene in which Hafter drives back the Darkspawn. I've been informed that some priceless family heirlooms were destroyed amidst all that confusion, and I cannot fully express my dismay. I understand if my abject failure as a tutor results in my immediate dismissal. A letter from Brother Bernard to his former employer. That's hilarious.
I grew up in Ferelden near Holland. I was transferred to Kirkwall shortly after the Blight. This is the first I've returned in almost 10 years.
Alright, so yeah, that's a little bit about Ferelden there. You're away for a long time.
You haven't seen Ferelden in 10 years. Are you glad to be back?
I was not sorry to leave at the time. I did not expect to return. Now, between the Divine's murder and the breach, I've arrived to find nothing but chaos.
Right on. Tell me about the Blight.
You were in Ferelden during the Blight. Did you fight Darkspawn?
No. I was stationed at Ferelden's Circle Tower. The Circle had troubles of its own. I remained there during the Blight.
What happened at the Circle, Colin?
What happened at the Circle Tower?
Few who survived the Blight have fond memories of that time. I would prefer not to speak of it.
So, we get to actually see what Cullen had to endure at the Circle in Origins. As you can imagine, it was not a good time. I'm not going to say any more about it in case you want to play the game. Or for the one day where we will actually play it, Lord willing. Tell me about Kirkwall.
What was Kirkwall like?
While I was there, Canary occupied and then attacked the city. The Viscount's murder caused political unrest. Relations between mages and Templars fell apart. An apostate blew up the Chantry, the Knight Commander went mad. Other than that, it was fine.
It was fine. You heard it here. Kirkwall was fine. Tell me about the rebellion.
What happened between Kirkwall's mages and Templars?
You were at the Conclave. You must have heard people speak of it.
Yes, but you were there.
There was tension between mages and Templars long before I arrived. Eventually, it reached a breaking point. There was fighting in the streets. Abominations began killing both sides. It was a nightmare.
How did it end?
What happened then?
The Templars should have restored order. The Red Lyrian had driven Knight Commander Meredith mad. She threatened to kill Kirkwall's champion, turned on her own men. I'm not sure how far she would have gone. Too far.
So you opposed her?
I stood with the champion against her, in the end. I should have seen through Meredith sooner.
Yeah, I feel like the warning signs were there.
Varric's from Kirkwall. Did you two know each other?
I knew he was friends with the champion of Kirkwall, but little else. We've spoken more since I joined the Inquisition, largely at Varric's insistence. Apparently I spend too much time with a serious expression on my face, and it's bad for my health.
I'll let you return to your work.
I'm sure you have other matters to attend.
Ah, we're not done talking to you yet. Okay, that was a sword and... Wow, sword. Sword and shield just floating there. Tell me about your colleagues.
What do you think of the people you work with?
Who do you mean?
What do you think of our ambassador?
We have little in common. How she delights in meeting with nobles all day is beyond me. But I enjoy working with her.
How do you like working with Leliana?
The Inquisition would not exist without her. I may not always agree with her methods, but she's more passionate about our cause than anyone. Cassandra may have declared the Inquisition publicly, but Leliana is just as responsible for its formation.
Are you satisfied with the Inquisition's forces?
Our numbers are small, but they suit our needs for the time being. Some Templars have joined us instead of following the Order. They've proven invaluable in training new recruits.
Right on.
I should let you get back to work.
Just kidding, we're talking again. Oh my god, it's still floating over there. Anything I should know?
Is there anything I should know?
I'm glad to have the charges on our side. Bull's men are professionals, despite evidence to the contrary.
Alright, that's it, Cullen.
That's all for now.
I'm sure you have other matters to attend.
Okay, let's have Cassandra chew us out for bringing the mages on board. Oh, a cutscene.
And what are we supposed to do, exactly?
What you always do. Complain.
We've already spoken with Commander Cullen. No one listens. We want better quarters. We want the Templars kept at a distance. And some respect for...
This is not the Circle. You mages are our allies, not our wards. Act like it.
How are we supposed to...
Deal with it.
Okay.
It never ends, evidently.
We'll be a sympathetic ear.
You don't need to tell me that.
I just don't know who told them I'm the one to yell at.
Is it that bad?
The mages are here as equals. They need to get used to what that means. It is your doing, after all. You created this alliance.
Oh, good. Have them come yell at me then. I did my best.
I had to think on my feet, and I did what I could.
Oh. I do sound like I'm blaming you, don't I?
A little bit.
I don't disapprove. In fact, you did well. You made a decision when it needed to be made. And here we are. I wish I could say this was my doing.
Flatterer. I am pretty clever. This would be nice.
We wouldn't be here at all if you hadn't stood up against the Chantry.
You're being kind.
You're discounting your role in this.
Let's close the breach. Then we can say how successful I was.
Alright! That wasn't as bad as I expected. Very good. Okay, I do believe that was everybody. So, with that, we're dropping frames again because it is a little bit after 1. Right on. So I shall take my leave. And we'll be back tomorrow. That's Tuesday. Crazy, right? For our 1-year streaming anniversary, yay! I don't know. I don't know if we're doing anything special. We'll have the rest of the day to plan that, huh? Okay. I'm gonna head out. You guys take care. Wash your hands. Stay inside, etc. And we'll be back tomorrow. Maybe I'll find a silly hat to wear. I don't know. We'll see what I've got around here. Alright. Bye.